Hey again, I just realized that I actually have some extra hair dye from when I dyed my extensions a little while back. So, I thought that I might show you guys how to dye your extensions or dye just like a strand of hair or something like that, or pretty much just an extension. I can't dye my own hair, I'm not allowed to. Plus the dye that I have is semi-permanent, so if I did it on my hair, it wouldn't wash out, and I don't really want to dye my hair right now. So I'm going to show you how to dye your hair using one of my extensions from my natural hair color set. So yeah, I already dyed one of these before and it didn't turn out so well because I didn't put the dye on all parts of the hair, so I'm going to make sure I soak this in the dye so it gets all the same color. And what you're going to need is you're going to need a pack that the dye comes in, which for me it's like this. I use Garnier Herbashine Color Cream with bamboo extract. This kind I got from Walmart for about $8. And it takes only 10 minutes to do. Most of them take about 45 minutes. It takes 10 minutes to sit in your hair, and then you can wash your hair and it all comes out. Not wash, but rinse your hair through. It's ammonia free, which is a chemical that smells really bad, so this doesn't smell bad. And it's natural gray coverage. If you have gray hair, you can use this and this brand, and it will get rid of your gray hair, I believe. I don't have gray hair, so I don't know. And it also fortifies the hair for radiant color and sensational shine. And it's only one application. If you see it down the bottom, one application, and it lasts through about 28 shampoos. And since it's semi-permanent, that means it doesn't mean that semi-permanent. Some people might think that means it looks like permanent color and it kind of acts like it lasts for a long time. And that's true and all, but the thing between the difference between semi-permanent and temporary is that temporary is like normally they come in spray on, like the spray kind of stuff, and that kind doesn't stay in your hair for very long at all. And when it all washes out, all the color comes out, so your natural hair color will show again. That's why I rather temporary than semi-permanent. Semi-permanent, unfortunately, when you put it in your hair, it will last, for however long, because it'll last in the box. And since it's semi, it's going to mostly wash out for the most part, but it's going to leave some of that dye still in your hair. And if you're like me, you don't want to keep dyeing your hair, you just want to have the color there for a little while and then come out completely. Semi-permanent will not work. Demi-permanent, I'm going to look that up eventually. I'm going to do a whole hair dye segment or whatever on this stuff. But demi-permanent is not the same as semi-permanent. I'm not sure what demi really means. I'm going to definitely research it and let you guys know. And then the permanent obviously means it's going to stay in your hair and it's permanent color and it won't wash out. Most of it will stay there except for the roots. Well, getting back your natural hair color. Then you gotta get root touch-ups, and yeah, that's a mess. I'm going to show you how to do the semi-permanent kind. And it comes with 3 things. It comes with this activating cream. It's like a little bottle like this, comes in this little box. And it's the equivalent of a developer if you're doing permanent. A developer is basically a huge tube, and it's just like, it has the same concept as this. It's just this is for semi-permanent. Developers are for permanent. And this isn't number 1 though, because it's the I believe that means it's the lightest color, the lightest shade, because it's white, of course. So that's what I use. That, and you have a tube comes with it. And it's number 2 because it's a tad bit darker than the activating cream. And this is called the ammonia-free color cream. This is the actual part that contains the color. And it's a big tube, and you open it up, and you got the tube when it opens up. It's going to have little hole puncher, or not that side. Hole puncher right there, if you can see that. And that is what pops open the thing. And the inside of it's got, well, I already used it once, so it's kind of ugly looking. But normally it's like off creamish white color. And that's what you're going to use. And the thing that I messed up on is that if once you open this thing, if you don't use the whole pack, then some of it didn't dry up, but it kind of evaporates, so it kind of gets it could explode. That's the problem. You gotta make sure you use this in an amount of time that's reasonable. I've had this for about 3 or 4 days now, and I haven't used all the tube. I've only used a little bit of the tube, which is why it's kind of already starting to kind of blow a little bit, so make sure you, when you have the tube, you use it right away if you're dyeing your whole hair, something like that. But the way you do if you're dyeing your whole head is if you were to squeeze this entire bottle, all the contents into the activating cream, shake it up, and then you use the gloves that they come with in the kit, and you use this nozzle on the top here and kind of like dip it down, like squeezing on your head, and get every small little quarter-inch layer, and it takes forever to do, and then it takes a while, to soak in, and then you gotta rinse all it out. So it's a pain in the butt. I would not dye my whole head. If you never dyed your hair before, I would try some temporary or get extensions this color, or dye extensions this color to see what they look like. That's what it did for me. That was my experiment. These, of course, I bought, but my dream color is this color. It's like a dark, pretty brown auburn. It's not my dream color right here. I love this color. It was maybe a little bit tad bit darker, but it's pretty darn close to what I want. But unfortunately, my mom won't let me dye my own hair, and my hair is red, brown, blonde in it, so it's really hard to find the right dye to dye my hair with to get to the auburn color. So I just got these extensions that are that color that I want. But I have my natural color extensions, which are Sassy and Sassy Bear for some reason. You can dye them, color whatever you want to do. For some reason with Urinex, they say don't dye them, and don't damage them or anything like that. So I would not color your Urinex ones. I iron them, of course, but I would not color them. That's a no-no, because the package specifically says don't color them. So, yeah, don't do that. Anyway, so I'm going to do it the way that I did my extensions. I'm just going to, you pour, the key is that however much you pour, you always, so remember this chart, you always pour more of the color than the cream, I believe. That works. For dyeing like a strand of hair, I think you use, a fourth a teaspoon of this, and then a half a teaspoon of this. This is about a little bit bigger than this, by about a half. So, started. So get a little plastic bowl and use a plastic utensil to mix this up. You do not want to use metal because that will ruin the metal. This will stay in the metal. So I got this little bowl here. I got some of the the activating cream in here. It's white. You saw that, hopefully. It's white, it's like that. And don't mind the browns upon here, because I've already dyed some hair. That's why it's kind of ugly brown, because this is the brown that it turned out to be. It's just hair dye, don't worry, it's nothing nasty. So yeah, you pour, I'm going to pour a little more activating cream now. I'll show you guys how to do this. So you just unscrew the bottle, and then you simply pour this in here. And again, it comes out kind of fast if you think about it. And you screw it on, make sure it's really tight because it might evaporate too if you don't screw it tight enough. So then you get the color, and you don't do that much color. You just kind of open the bottle a little bit, just a little bit of this tube stuff, and you squeeze a tad bit. I mean, seriously, like, there you go. That's what you're going to need if you're going to do it like I am. It comes out in an awkward creamy color. This looks like, I don't even know, I don't want to say it looks like, I know it looks like, but I'm not going to say it's word because it's kind of nasty. Shoot. Sorry. Be careful though, because this dye will stain, so don't get on your hands. That's what it looks like. You can see that or not. Yeah, it kind of smooths around. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, that's kind of looks like. So now you just gotta mix that. You gotta mix that the cream and the color together until it's all like pretty much mixed together. Make sure like there's nothing, just pure white. It's all got a color to it. It kind of looks greenish and looks nasty, but don't worry. You're used to it. Okay, so now you want to put on the gloves. My gloves are kind of dirty, that's why I'm kind of trying to be careful with my gloves. But they come on the kit themselves, so. There's my left hand. Okay. Here we go, like that. Definitely make sure that you do not touch the color because the color will stain. Unfortunately, it will definitely stain. It's kind of nasty anyway. Okay, so There you go. Now, doing it like me, you get your extension right here, and you're going to hit the bowl and stuff. If you can see that, I don't know. That's the solution right there. That little amount of crap. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna press this down on that die. Or what I do, I take with my fingers, I get all the dye on my fingers on this glove, like that. Now I just simply start rubbing this on there. And also make sure that when you do this, that your hair is dry. It can be washed, can be not have to be washed, but make sure it's just really dry. You don't want it to be wet. That would be horrible, 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 horrible. Okay. I might need some more solution after this. Not much left here. You see what I'm doing? You're just going to simply do this with your extension. Just like so. It's kind of nasty, but you know what? Turns out pretty beautiful. It smells good too. The ammonia-free stuff smells so good. Wow, I just heard the Drake theme, the Drake and Josh theme song, and it's in my head now. I'm a nerd. Okay. See, make sure you get every. Holy shit, my mother is calling me. I'll have to have her go to voicemail. Oh well. Didn't mean to curse, by the way. I just kind of freaked out. Mom's calling me. Just make sure you really do get the very end, and make sure you get every last freaking part of the hair. Bad if you miss some. It'd be terribly bad if you miss some. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and the extensions here is going to basically wrap them up into the solution in like a little bundle. And take these clothes off. Beyond nasty. And somewhere where you won't touch them. Normally if you're done with the gloves, you just like rip them off. But I don't know with them yet. I'm probably doing something else later on today. Anyways, now what you're going to do is you're going to, as I showed you here, see that? I don't know. That's my hair bundled up. I'm going to bundle the hair up. If you're doing your own hair, you probably want to put like a messy bun type thing. With this, you want to just kind of scrunch it up in the dye. And you're going to leave that to soak. I didn't get all the hair. I can just tell I didn't get all the hair. Oh well. You'll get to see the, main product. So you're going to let this sit down for 10 minutes, however long it says to. So in 10 minutes, I'll come back and show you, you're just going to rinse it off and stuff like that. And then, well, actually, probably won't come back in 10 minutes. I'm just going to, because after these 10 minutes, what you do is take them out and you rinse them under, I believe you rinse them. So you rinse off in water, lukewarm, cold, warm, hot, doesn't really matter. Just rinse it off. Rinse off all that color, and you rinse it off until the water runs clear and not soapy. So make sure you get all the dye out you possibly could get. And then after that, if you want to do the next possible step, which is the third step, which is conditioning, it's a little package it comes with. And this is the Shine Infused Conditioner number 3. It's a little tab darker, like in color. But use this, it smells so good, it feels so good, makes your hair so soft. Use this on the hair after you wash all of it out after 10 minutes, and then you put this in and leave this in for 2 minutes and just rinse all that out, and it should be perfectly ready and done. Granted, you might need a jar with hair dryer or something like that, but the color should be there. And if you didn't dye all of the hair, that's the problem with it. If you didn't get like one small strand of it, it will definitely show. So like me, I did think it would be kind of blotchy, but I don't really care because I'm not gonna make a big fuss out of it. I'm just gonna braid or whatever. So yeah, there you go. There's how to do that whole hair dye thing. And I'm going to do a whole video on information about hair dye and what kind of hair dye is best to use. Wow, hello Auburn. I'm a huge Auburn fan, if y'all didn't know that. Anyway, so yeah, there is your video on how to dye hair. I'm going to do another video eventually on every kind of type of dye you can do and like everything about dye, hopefully, eventually. for now, I'm just going to sit down and I'm going to turn this thing off because it's about to run out of time. So if you need any questions, comments, concerns, or whatnot, let me know.